There was a time in this country when if your barn burned down, you did not wait for FEMA or some other federal bureaucracy to issue you a loan. Your neighbors came the next weekend and rebuilt your barn. I believe that this process that we're engaged in here is really a community barn raising.
As the Vice Mayor of Redwood City, I'm both honored and excited to be here this morning to welcome you to the first Redwood City 2000 Town Hall meeting. We're going to begin this morning's activities with an open youth forum, and I know all of us are anxious to hear what they have to say.
When we started out today with the youth fishbowl, I almost couldn't hear a pin drop because people were so intently listening.
Where do our young artists go? Where do our young leaders go? Where do our young poets go? Where do our young scholars go for outlet?
Anybody that's wearing baggy pants or long shirts, they're seen as criminals or something.
And the whole idea of like way someone looks, there's so much put on the way somebody looks, and you can't judge somebody by the way they look.
You're not an athlete, and if you're not a great student, then you're just not anything.
A lot of people don't have parents that have gone past the 6th grade.
All the bars that are on Meadowfield, they need to close them down and have some places for us to go play.
Drugs, I think, will always be a problem. I think that in our society today, it's like that's somehow become some type of an acceptable thing, and there's so much problems that go along with it. And I don't think that there's enough emphasis on youth that are clean and sober or who don't use drugs.
The youth are not our enemy. They're part of us, and we have to listen to them, and we have to work with them.
Everybody outside of this circle should be able to identify with everybody inside of this circle.
The Community Action Team of Redwood City 2000 has developed a draft vision statement that they want to share with us today. And they are asking us to critique and give input so that we can finalize, by the end of today, the blueprint for the community barn raising in Redwood City.
For those of you that like to, what I call shmush, you know, synthesize, put the like ideas together in categories, to come up here at the board, you'll work together. So how it works is you just literally start creating columns of similar ideas. So all of a sudden we leave here with a sense of, at least from today, what does it look like as a whole? And the rest of us are going to begin to talk.
The schools are old and need to be upgraded.
Less harassment from the police officer to the Spanish-speaking community.
Pass a school bond and raise revenue per pupil.
Parents need to instill values in your children and teach the parents how to do that.
City employees and city staff are as much a part of making this happen as are the various people represented by the community.
And I think one of our greatest strengths is one of our greatest challenges, and that's our diversity.
Because I see Redwood City as two communities that are separated. And I'm talking about the immigrant community. The immigrant community cleans your houses, cuts your grass, cleans the streets, takes care of your children.
I mean, that's a reality that we need to acknowledge, and we need to talk about becoming a stronger community.
The opportunity is not for what can the school district or what can the city government do for each of us. It really is what can we do for our communities together, neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street.